Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. It is Tuesday, the 24th of January, 2016. How is everybody doing? I wanted to touch base with you, family, the subscribers, and those who may have stumbled. Actually, nothing happens by chance, everything's divinely meant. But it's time for me to touch base with you. One of the things that I've always tried to convey is anything that you set forth to do, as long as you place God first in that endeavor, it is protected. However, for that to be blessed, there is a process. That's the works. You know, they say faith without works is dead. And that is also the reflection of your life. Well, the one thing I try to do is I try to be punctual when you take the time to send a comment, ask a question, or even pose or request future dialogue about certain subjects. I try my best to accommodate you. But I would be remiss not to ask something from you. And I'm going to make this real short. Number one, I treasure your time because that's the greatest commodity that anyone can do. Time is priceless. You can't. Yes, you can physically measure it to a degree, but you long for it when you don't have it. So what I need from you, everybody that is on my channel, if there has been anything that I've shared, validated, or just planted a seed in your life, and I have helped your life in some degree, I ask, give me a thumbs up. If there is something that you wish to discuss with me, drop me a line. And you don't have to worry about invasion of privacy because for some of you, you already know. And if you don't know, all comments, concerns do not automatically go on my page. I respect your privacy. And certain communication deserves a certain response. However, if I have not helped your life, aided in possibly a decision, or made your life positive in any way, I don't want to take away from your time. I don't. I don't want to be a distraction. And I ask from me to you, do the right thing. Unsubscribe. It's nothing personal. There's no shade. Because at the end of the day, it is about free will, the right to choose. And there are millions of people on social platforms that you can tune into. I've had people write me and they've said, you know, you're too serious. You always talk about life. Where's the fun in that? And I give them their platform. But I would be wrong to put a charade up or tell you what you want to hear. Because the fact of the matter is, I truly want the best for your life. So as I've echoed in the past, if you had to put a label or a agenda, the betterment of your life, I'm guilty. Because I'm going to speak my truth. I'm entitled to my opinion. This is my channel. And I'm not trying to sound selfish or shallow. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't have to click on my channel. You didn't. But I also realized that as technologically sound as we are as a community, as a nation, as a world, there are certain conversations and dialogues that get swept under the rug. The question is why? I don't have to remind you of what your environment is because all you have to do is step in it. But I hope that wherever you are, you're protected, you're blessed, and anything that would be a challenge or an obstacle to keep you away from your dreams, I hope that you are able to navigate through it. Because the price and the reward that's at stake is your peace of mind. How about that precious smile? You know, we don't talk about that these days, do we? No one has your smile, just like no one will have your outlook. But it will be your perceptions that fosters your belief and possibly your direction. See, this morning, look, there are countless distractions out there waiting for you from the physical, the social, and the economic, waiting for you. And the commonality of this is you're going to have to decide which has priority and what tactic will be used. How about what discipline is required? Sometimes the greatest tactic ever is to be still. How about bridle your tongue? See, this is one thing I've come to learn, and I'm not going to, like I said, this is going to be short. And the one thing that I've learned in the last 5 years of my life is this. When you make a conscious decision to place God first in your life, you must submit to your environment and look at God. No matter what's going on over here, you have to stay focused. Even though I don't like using the term enemy, even though God said, love thy enemy. But you notice the more that you stay focused on your direction, you'll start to see that the same things that opposes you from your said enemy are the same things that are found in you. And you'll come to understand Why the associations, covert or passive, are being used. These things ain't worth those tears that you shed. How about those restless nights? How about those moments of accelerated libido? But we don't talk about that, right? Because there's a time and place for everything, huh? How can you have economic freedom if you don't have freedom within yourself first? Because the price paid for that is transparency. And the more transparency you have, the more authentic you are. And the more authentic you are, the more value you possess. I've echoed this time and time again. Your life is your life. Your life is not supposed to be like hers. But if you listen to what they tell you and see, you realize that they've been trying so hard to legitimize the imitation and not value the exception. You are the exception to the rule. You are. So, not to get on a tangent, let's do us both a favor. If I don't help you, why am I in your way? And here's something I'm going to also reveal to you, ladies and gentlemen, on my channel. See what you don't realize? For the last 6 months, I've had to deal with a couple stalkers. Yep, people still doing that in 2017. And I've taken the necessary steps. I have tried to be as respectful and cordial as I could, but it's to no avail. But here's the irony of it all. Why do you gravitate to a man that all he does is talk about God and the betterment of your life? If that's something that you don't want, why do you waste your time? I'm not talking about difference in opinion, y'all. No, no, no. And I'm not worried about physical safety. And I'm not saying that to sound smug. Mm-mm. Because if we were to cross paths, the first thing that you would notice is this camera does not, this lens does not give the proper dimensions as it should. But what that camera cannot do, it cannot measure the size of my heart. Yes, I am a man, but I'm a spiritual one. And my discernment is very powerful. and I trust it. So if I can't help you grow, why am I wasting your time? Now let's turn the page and let's apply that to your life. If the people that are in your environment cannot sustain or enhance your growth, why are they there? When you make a decision to divorce your denial, you will finally move that spiritual stone that has blocked your happiness. You will have clarity. That is the payout. And your life, as you know it, will change. But what's required is work. That's why I always echo the greatest lesson that you will ever focus on is your life. Nobody can do that. Why? Because your dreams, your direction are needed to work in tandem and simultaneously to reveal your purpose. And your purpose will reveal the person that you were destined to be. Who am I talking to? How many approaches? How many tactics? How many angles are you going to expel before you finally come to peace that that person right there never had your best interest? What is it going to take for you to lose everything? Because one thing is for sure, and I'm bringing this home. You know what the last thing happens before a person loses loses everything? They lose their sanity. So when you hear people say, I was in a dark place, I was numb, I was frozen, you do understand that you were standing on the threshold of your despair. But see, God loves you so much, He'll let you lean over. He'll let you get a good whiff. He'll let you feel the environment, which is nothing, because it always feels like that's how darkness is. It feels like a vacuum, an eeriness, because that's how demons work. And He'll give you one more opportunity to decide. Maybe that's the reason why He conveyed to man, you have not because you have not asked. And how can you not ask for the things you need unless humility is already in place? That's why prideful people, egotistical people always catch these. So if you could do that for me, family, I would greatly appreciate it. And for those people that are ready to go forth, I with you. I wish you well. If you remember anything, Place God first in everything you do, and you can't go wrong. Be blessed, y'all. Peace.